Divorce from a narcissist is not like a typical divorce. They play by a different set of rules. There are certain things that all narcissists do when they're going through a divorce, and that's what I'm talking about in this video. I'm Victoria McCooey. I'm a narcissist divorce coach, a motivational speaker, and the creator of the Reclaim Your Power system. I help people every day who are right where you are, stuck in a toxic marriage to a narcissistic spouse, or already engaged in a contentious divorce from one. Today, I want to go through the 5 most common tactics that all narcissists use during a divorce. The first one is withholding financial statements or bank records. This is so easy for them. You can't tell them what to do. They have to show you that you're not the boss of me. Even a court, even a motion, even court documents or court orders or lawyers or judges, nobody's going to tell a narcissist what to do. So they're not going to show you where their money is. And narcissists love money. They don't think anyone should be able to get their hands on their money, even if it's half yours. So they, of course, are not going to be forthcoming during the discovery process where they're compelled to turn over all their financial records. Nope, that's not happening. They are not going to do it until someone threatens to throw them in jail. And even then, it'll be cherry-picked what they turn over. You're never going to get a full view of all of their finances. Number 2, they're going to refuse to negotiate. It's like a child just having a temper tantrum. They won't come to the table. So how do you settle when one person is unwilling to negotiate? It's my way or the highway. It's I get everything, you get nothing. That's the only thing they're willing to settle on. So anything less than that, you getting anything, they're not ready to sign off on that. And that's why it usually takes a judge to order a divorce from a narcissist, because they're just not willing to give up anything. The third tactic, they ignore their own lawyer's advice. They pay someone to give them legal advice to represent them, and then they think they know better. Like a typical narcissist, they're smarter than everyone. They know more than anyone else, even a lawyer. And even if the narcissist is not a lawyer, they're going to think that they know way better than their own lawyer, and they won't take their own lawyer's advice, which usually works out pretty well for you. But it can be very frustrating, and it leads to a very contentious situation. Number 4, they're going to drag out this process. They love this. They love the drama. This is like their favorite forum where there are judges and lawyers and law guardians and forensic psychologists and accountants and all these players, and they get to be in this auditorium with all these people watching them, right? Their courtroom is like their stage. They love the motion practice. They love controlling your emotions through the legal process. They want this to last as long as they can, because once it's over, they're going to lose some of that control over you in this legal setting. So yeah, extensions, continuances, not showing up. I remember mine was famous for the day that the hearing was supposed to take place when we were in court. He would fax a letter to the courthouse saying that he had an emergency and couldn't show up. I can't even count how many times this happened. Of course, I would have taken the day off from work already, arranged for babysitters after school, whatever, it didn't matter. That was another control tactic, but it's infuriating, but you can count on this happening. And finally, number 5, weaponizing children. Yeah, kids are pawns to them. They don't have empathy. They can't even understand or care about the damage this is doing to their own children, but they will use their children as pawns. Children, and everyone for that matter, are extensions of them. They're the center of the universe, and all people, especially children who they see as possessions, are there to do whatever is best for the narcissist, whatever furthers the narcissist's agenda. So yeah, children are weaponized during a divorce from a narcissist. Are you dealing with a divorce from a narcissist and seeing these tactics playing out in real life? If you need help and want to talk to me, you can book a call. I'll put a link below in the description where you can get right on my calendar. Did you find this information helpful? I hope you did. If you liked this video, will you please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I've linked a couple of other videos here that I think you might also like, so I hope I see you in the next video.